Hello, and welcome to the final edition of Coach's Corner for the 2021 football season. I'm Henry Wendorf, and today I'm here with Coach Aaron Huerta. Coach Huerta is the varsity football coach of the Harvard Westlake Wolverines. Coach Huerta, given that it is our last home game, as well as senior night, for this Coach's Corner, I would like to talk about all of our seniors and what they contribute on and off the field. So starting off with number 4, quarterback Marshall Howe. How impactful has he been to our offense this year in games as well as practices and lifts?
As you know, he's our heart and soul. We do everything through him. He's our leader. He brings the energy every day. He's very focused. And so everything that we can do is going to be because of him. And so I'm just really proud of him and the success he's had this year.
Number 2, defensive back / safety, Christian Fullerton, an absolute ball hawk in the secondary. What is Chris's biggest contribution to the team so far this year?
Probably one of the smartest DBs I've ever coached. He knows what teams are trying to do and why they're trying to do them. He scouts teams. He knows receivers. So his intelligence back there really puts him in a great spot to make big plays.
Number 5, wide receiver, Chase Harleston, an incredibly talented wide receiver, having a great year, especially after having to come off an injury. How important is Chase to our receiving core?
He's big. We have a lot of great receivers, but when you have a guy with his size and his speed on the outside, we know as an offense that teams have to pay attention to that. So it's really opened up a lot of small things inside. So and him being able to go to him on third down and really counting on him has been big for us on offense.
Another great wide receiver and defensive back, number 6, Ben Lee, an incredibly gifted athlete on both sides of the ball. What strength does Ben add to our team when he's on the field?
Ben's versatile. Being able to play both sides, starting both sides, learning all these plays, learning the adjustments through the week, really puts us offensively and defensively. We can really do anything now. And that's something that not all teams can say. But having Ben really gets us an opportunity to do a lot of things and be successful at a lot of things.
Number 14, linebacker Spencer Felix, one of the leaders of this team and a huge part of our defense, but also a great mentor to the young players. Mentally, when he's on the field, is there a change in energy?
When he's on the field, I don't need to be on the field. He's like the coach. He knows. I always go to him and talk to him. Hey, does this make sense? Does this make sense? Because he knows it. Like once I tell him once, he gets it. And so he's just a leader. I always joke with him. I hope he comes back and coaches one day. Very smart football player, very intelligent, just a hard worker that really wants his team to win.
Nicola Drake, number 20, safety, an extremely skilled safety and a huge hitter. What is his contribution to the team defensively?
Nick's kind of a lot like Ben, very fast, very physical, and can play both sides. So having those type of guys, being able to play both sides and being physical, you've seen in the game, those safeties have done a great job playing the run. You can't do that without having physical safety. So Nick has done a great job there, stepped up a lot. And even offensively, he can be a playmaker when the ball's thrown to him.
Defensive back, number 22, Solomon Christopher. Nobody scores on Solo Island, as the team likes to say. How integral has he been to our secondary?
He's huge, right? When you have that secondary with 3 seniors, we're going to miss them. But he's there. He focuses on our scouting report. He knows what we're expected him to do, and he's physical. When we're physical with receivers on the line of scrimmage, it's hard for them to get open. You see a lot of quarterbacks pull the ball down and try to run. And that's because we're physical with those wide receivers. So Solomon's been great, and we expect him to have a good rest of the year.
Number 26, Alex Amster, our kicker. So far kicking 100% this year, no missed kicks. How important has he been to our special teams?
It's been awesome, right? When you can count on a kid every time to do what he's supposed to do, it's huge. We've won a game by 1 point. That was because of our special teams. We put ourselves in good spots punt-wise. That's huge. And then it's a shortened year, so we haven't been able to kick as many field goals. But I know in a close game, we can go to him. And so that's really important. As a play caller, we know we can get to a certain point and be like, we can count on Alex. So it's been great.
Number 31, running back, Chili Wang, also a linebacker. Super competitive, super dialed in during all the practices and games, even when he's on the sideline, always calling run pass. How influential has he been to our team, whether through the run, linebacker, or off the field?
You know, Chili's a lot like Marshall. He brings that energy, he brings that focus. He's going to be one of those guys that kids look up to because he does everything the right way, and you see it by doing the right things. He does. He's successful. He puts himself in the right position. He works hard, and he deserves all the credit he's been given. And we're able to do as much as we can with Chili as any running back I've ever had.
Number 50, Kanoa Young, linebacker, absolute unit on the defensive side. Some say the anchor to our defense. How large is Kanoa's impact on the defensive side?
Yeah, I mean, if you start to go back, and I've watched the last couple of games, teams are literally trying to run away from him. After seeing the St. Genevieve game, they saw his impact. He had some huge stops for us, and now they're trying to run away from him, and he knows that, and he's putting himself even in a better position to still make plays. So having a guy like that can stop the run, play the pass, and be physical really sets a statement on defense.
Defensive end / tackle, number 54, Vishwa Douglas, a force to be reckoned with. He brings an entirely new intensity to the team. How does that intensity help us on the defensive side?
It's almost like a fun intensity. He's a fun kid to be around, and he brings fun to the game. And sometimes it's hard to when you're practicing and you're working hard, but he's fun and he gets after it. His love for the game really brings out the rest of it in everyone else. And when you see a guy like that having fun, the rest of the team has fun. So his energy like that is really just eye-opening for me and really good for the players to see that when you work hard, it'll pay off.
Number 58, center / defensive tackle, Julian Kay, doing it all on offense and defense. Julian is one of our most consistent centers. How important has that been for us?
Really big, you need somebody to be consistent at center. He's really stepped up. That's not his natural position. He's done a great job stepping in. And then defensively, he flies around on the football. A couple plays last week, he's the one making the play down the field because of energy. And when you have that kind of energy at D-line, it really helps the rest of the team.
Jack Weisskopf, number 88, tight end. He can receive, he can block. What can't he do? How substantial has he been for our offense?
Yeah, Jack's kind of can do it all, right? I mean, he's the Gronk, he's the Travis Kelce. He kind of does it all. And since we've had him back, you've seen our offense just take off. He really does add another element to our team. And then he doesn't get enough credit for the way he blocks. He works hard. He's opened a lot of those gaps for Chili. And so having him is just an X factor type of player.
Turning to tonight's game, what is St. Anthony's greatest strength as an offense?
They're physical up front. They have some speed, but they're very physical. They want to hit you in the mouth. They want to set a tempo that they're going to be the more physical team. So that's something that's going to challenge us this week, and I'm really proud. I'm really excited to play this team. And then when you add speed to it, that's a nice little factor. You can have a two-headed monster. It can really make you work on defense. So it's going to be a tough one for us.
And on the defensive side?
Yeah, defensively, they fly around. They're athletic. They're physical up front. I mean, it goes both ways, right? It seems like their team mentality. Be physical and be fast. They're going to fly to the football, and we got to know where they're going to be at all times. And we got to take advantage of that aggressiveness, and use our speed as well and make big plays.
So on their team, who are we spotlighting? Who are the players that we need to look out for?
Yeah, so they got a great quarterback, really good quarterback, good arm. Seems like he's really running the offense really well. The running back, number 24, stud, runs hard, downhill. He's going to be a load to take down. And then they've got some fast wide receivers around him, but also their number 9 tight end. He's a 3-star, I believe. He does a great job. He blocks, catches routes. We got to know where he's at all times. And if we do so, we'll be all right.
And are there any players on our offensive side who, based on their defense, you think are going to have a big day?
I think everyone's got to kind of step up. I think we all need to come together. It might not be a big play game because they're so good on defense. I think we just all got to find our place and make plays and convert first downs. And if we do that, put ourselves in a good position to score on a regular basis.
And lastly, would you say St. Anthony is the biggest team on our schedule, our hardest opponent? so far?
To date, yeah, they're probably our hardest opponent. They're well coached. They're seems like they're physical. Seems like they know what they're doing. So yeah, this is going to be a test. It's going to be a fun one on Saturday, and I'm really excited for the kids to be challenged like this.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Huerta, for joining us today. Good luck to us. Last home game, let's get a win, and we will see you next year on Coach's Corner. Thank you.